Coming up on Hands on Tech, I am going to be showing you the new Apple Watch Series 6. Hands on Tech is brought to you from TWiT's LastPass Studios. Using the same password everywhere is a security nightmare waiting to happen. LastPass easily creates unique passwords for every site. Visit lastpass.com/twit.
This is TWiT.
This episode of Hands on iOS is brought to you by IT Pro TV. If you're looking to expand your IT career, you need IT Pro TV. Visit itpro.tv/twit for an additional 30% off all consumer subscriptions for the lifetime of your active subscription. Use code TWIT30 at checkout. Welcome back to Hands on Tech. Today we are talking about the Apple Watch Series 6. This is the latest and greatest Apple Watch from Apple, of course, and it provides a few new features over the Series 5, but not a whole lot has changed with this model. If you are rocking a Series 5, even a Series 4 or a Series 3, you may not find that you need to make this upgrade because it's, well, I don't want to say underwhelming, certainly some fun new stuff, but overall there aren't a whole lot of changes. And it continues to be interesting how Apple provides a new Apple Watch every year and the things that it does to make sure that there are new things for you to try out and new reasons to get an Apple Watch. That starts with finishes. We've got two new finishes for the Apple Watch Series 6, including a blue finish, which is quite pretty, and a product red finish. So Apple says that the Apple Watch Series 6 is the most colorful collection yet, thanks to those new colors. Along with the new blue aluminum and product red aluminum come two new stainless models, including a graphite color that Apple calls a gray-black hue with a striking high shine finish, and the yellow gold color. So no rose gold this time around, sad, but a classic yellow gold color in stainless steel. There is also an Apple Watch edition in natural and space black titanium. So you can get the standard space black titanium or the natural titanium colors, which is more akin to a graphite pencil. But let's talk about what happens inside the Apple Watch Series 6, because that is where things have gotten newer. Of course, first comes a faster S6 SIP, that stands for System in Package. So that's a whole new chip that is kind of like everything built into one. They take one little package that's got a bunch of different processors and things inside of it, stick that into the Apple Watch, and that is running this Apple Watch with the Series 6. You've also got an always-on altimeter, as opposed to the altimeters that are in the current models of Apple Watch that only work when you are doing certain workouts and exercises and things like that. So Apple says that with this power-efficient barometric altimeter, meaning it uses the pressure in the air to determine how high or low you are elevation-wise, along with GPS and Wi-Fi signals, it can provide a little bit of information about how high or low you are and use that information to kind of inform how that is affecting your workouts and give you some information about like how much you've climbed in a day. Other than that, you of course can expect battery improvements. This Apple Watch will stay on longer. And I have noticed that myself that I had actually shut off the always-on display with my Series 5 Apple Watch, but with this new Series 6 model, I've actually been keeping it on a lot longer because of the better battery life. And in some cases, haven't really needed to charge overnight. The big thing, though, the big change, the big addition with this model is something that had been rumored for a long time, and that is the blood oxygen sensor. So the Apple Watch Series 6 takes what the Apple Watch could already do and adds oxygen saturation, otherwise known as SpO2. This is the percentage of oxygen that is actually in your red blood cells as your red blood cells carry that oxygen to the rest of your body and can kind of give you an impression of your cardiovascular health and in some ways also help with early detection of issues like COVID-19. So the way that this blood oxygen sensor works is using 4 clusters of green, red, and infrared LEDs, as well as photodiodes that are on the back of the Apple Watch. This measures the light that's reflected back from blood. So you can kind of think of it like this. You light up the blood, you see how red it is, and the redder it is, the more oxygen it has in it. The less red, the less oxygen. So using these different LEDs and the photodiodes, it's kind of taking constant pictures of the redness of your blood and using that information to give you a readout. And this is designed to measure blood oxygen levels between 70 and 100%. So if you have low blood oxygen for whatever reason, it's not going to be able to help you with that, or won't provide accurate measurements. But these measurements can be taken on demand with the blood oxygen app when a person is sitting still and simply breathing, but it will also do background measurements of your blood O2 or your oxygen saturation when you are inactive, including while you're asleep. So yes, if you wear your Apple Watch while you're asleep, it can also measure your blood oxygen, which is helpful for folks who have sleep apnea. This is a device that Apple is kind of touting as a wellness device as opposed to a health management device, due to the fact that until it gets FDA clearance and some other types of clearances and approvals, it can only market it as a wellness device as opposed to an actual health device. The always-on display has also been improved. It's 2.5 times brighter than the Series 5, and I've noticed that too. When you are outdoors or in bright sunlight, it could be kind of hard to see the screen of the Series 5 when it was in always-on mode. The Series 6 is a lot brighter even in those modes. So that all-day battery life, because of the new system in a package, as well as the changes to the brightness of the always-on display, those are some of the improvements that make this a better Apple Watch than the current model. And of course, the blood oxygen sensor that's built in. The other thing that has me excited, at least, is the U1 chip and ultra-wideband antennas. So this is a feature that is not yet important, but soon will be from Apple, because of the fact that this is going to be used as a way for folks to find devices that may be placed around the home, to be able to unlock cars. There's all sorts of technology that is not yet available, but Apple has slowly started to add the U1 chip. It started with the iPhone 11 Pro and is being added now to its other devices, including the new Apple Watch. And we may soon see those that technology being used in a really interesting way. So kind of a future-proofing of the device, and soon that will be something that we can take advantage of. This episode of Hands on Tech is brought to you by IT Pro TV. If you're interested in an IT career but aren't sure where to start, IT Pro TV is your one-stop shop. They're the best online IT education platform to learn about IT in every field. And October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and IT Pro TV has hundreds of hours of cybersecurity training. Go to itpro.tv/twit and use code TWIT30 to receive 30% off all consumer subscriptions. That's itpro.tv/twit and use code TWIT30 for an additional 30% off for the lifetime of your active subscription. IT Pro TV, build or expand your IT career and enjoy the journey. As far as pricing, Apple Watch Series 6, just the GPS model, starts at $399, and the Series 6 with cellular starts at $499. So yes, you will be paying a $100 premium for having the cellular antenna built into it. These Apple Watches have been available since September 18th and continue to be available, as well as the Apple Watch Hermes model, the Apple Watch Nike model, and the new Apple Watch bands, including one that I have on my wrist, which is the woven nylon band that I very much like. It is a fitted Apple Watch band. Actually, I think this is called the braided solo loop. And this braided solo loop is a fitted model that you actually get your proper sizing, and then order that size, and it doesn't have any clasps or anything like that. It just slides over your wrist. So kind of a unique way of wearing an Apple Watch, but is especially helpful when you are doing blood oxygen sensor measurements and heart rate measurements and ECG measurements. So is this an Apple Watch that you need to get to upgrade to? Well, I think there are some very specific cases where it's a need to have as opposed to a want to have. If you are rocking a very old Apple Watch Series 0, Series 1, or Series 2, the upgrade to the Series 6 is going to blow you away. It's going to be a fast, incredible watch that is going to do more than you have with your current model. Absolutely. If you're rocking a Series 3, 4, or 5, it's not a necessary upgrade. If you want it and you can afford it, then get it, of course. But it's not something that's going to sort of be a realization for you that, oh my goodness, I needed to have this. I, upgrading from a Series 5 to a Series 6, have not noticed much of a change outside of that brighter, always-on display. And of course, the ability to track your blood oxygen. And that, folks, is one way that you may want to use this device. Is if you are looking for a way to regularly track your blood oxygen saturation, then the Apple Watch Series 6 can be that device that's always on and available to do that, both while you're asleep, while you're inactive, and on demand using the blood oxygen sensor app. But outside of that, I don't know that it's worth the upgrade from one of the newer Apple Watches. The older Apple Watches do a fine job of giving you everything that you could want from an Apple Watch, besides those very few features. So folks, I hope that rundown of the Apple Watch Series 6 gave you a little bit of insight into what this new model provides. If you have questions, thoughts, etc., go ahead and send those my way. I am at Mikah Sargent on pretty much all of the social media networks. And of course, check out my other shows, Hands on iOS, as well as iOS Today, Tech News Weekly, etc., where I am also talking about these products pretty regularly. So we do appreciate you tuning in. And of course, don't forget to, if you're not subscribe to the show, youtube.com/handsontech and twit.tv/HOT. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Keep up with all the hottest tech news and gadgets. Visit twit.tv. There you'll be able to find and subscribe to all our tech shows. Thanks for watching Hands on Tech.